amazing panels here in Hall 1A, and we have got an absolute banger. This is a bucket list tick for me. Are you guys ready to welcome the star of Superbad, the star of Role Models, the star of Kick-Ass, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for chrisopher!
Hello! Hello! Yeah, what do you want me? What's up, everybody? Nice to meet you. Have I met any of you today or yesterday? Wow, that was not good for my ego. Come meet me later, guys.
I love that. Look at all the phones out. They're all out. They're all ready. They're popping.
Hell yeah. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Be Real. Is anyone on Be Real? Woo. That was more woos than I said, have I met you? Brutal. I'm going to take a Be Real later with you guys.
Good. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we up for that? I'm up for that. Well, as we divulged a little bit earlier on our warm-up, we have got 4 microphones positioned around our auditorium, and we want to hear from each and every one of you.
Yes.
We want you to pose the most amazing, different, or weird...
Dig deep.
Yeah, dig deep.
This is a therapy session. Ask me some personal shit.
Well, cheaper than paying a shrink.
How has he been doing, guys? Have you guys seen a panel yet? Has he been killing it? All right. See, it hurts when they don't woo that much, right?
Bye, guys.
It's a bummer.
Got it. I know.
Gotta build us up.
We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful morning with you. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, our microphone stations. Please give us your best questions, the most informative stuff that you can ask to Chris. But as we get there, and I can see a few of you lining up already, tell us, mate, how has Comic-Con Liverpool with Monopoly events been for you?
It's been fucking amazing. This is my first time. Woo! There you go. This is my first time doing a convention where I'm kind of sitting there and signing autographs, and I was a little nervous that no one would show up in my queue, but I've met a lot of really nice people, and everyone's like fucking stoked, and it's like really genuine, real people, and they love Kick-Ass and they love Superbad, so it feels good.
We are sharing the love, and we love Chris, don't we, mate?
Yeah!
Excellent. Well, we're gonna shoot to our first question. I've got some bits and bobs, and then we might play a little game with Chris a little bit later on. Heading over to 2. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, it's Jade. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So this is a bit of a funny question, but in Kick-Ass, what was it like wearing the bondage outfit? Were you comfortable? How long did you have to wear it for?
This is going to be interesting.
Well, the first Kick-Ass was a dream because I was 19 years old and I got to play a superhero, which was a bucket list thing. And that outfit was beautiful and great. And then in Kick-Ass 2, they were like, you're gonna wear a bondage gimp outfit. And it's very weird having a whole team of costume people strap you up in belt buckles for 30 minutes. It was very uncomfortable, and the director liked it a lot, which was a little uncomfortable too.
That's got to be a rib. That's got to be a rib.
Yeah. But it was, I mean, you know, it's a dream for a kid to play a superhero and dress up like that.
Awesome, thank you.
We love that. Thank you, Jake. Give a round of applause to all our wonderful questions.
Can you give her a woo?
Yeah, let's get the woos in today. Love that, love that. We're going to head on over to 1. Hello. Loving the Halloween t-shirt. We're representing the horror brand. What's your name, good sir?
I'm Jack, and...
Hey, Jack?
Hi. And my question was, obviously you said you quite enjoyed yourself on Kick-Ass 1 and 2. Would you be down for a third one if they were to make it?
Yeah, and I've got some news for everybody. We're announcing Kick-Ass 3 today! It's not true. It's not true. It's we would love to do a third one, but I think the second one didn't really do that well at the box office, so we're not kind of jazzed at the moment. But it would be cool to do at some point. I know I've talked to Chloe and Aaron, and they're like, everyone would be game to do it. We just people gotta rent it a little more, spend a little bit more money on the first couple ones, and then maybe one day.
Thank you.
Maybe one day, brother. Would you like to see it? Would you like to see it?
I would very much like to.
He's like, no, I don't want to see Kick. I just want to ask the question if it's coming out. I have no interest in seeing it.
We love it. Give us a whoop.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Round of applause, please. Excellent. Slide over to 2. Hello.
Hi, my name's Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Is it true that in Superbad, the animosity between you and Jonah Hill was real? And then have you got any sort of vignettes or stories about you two not getting along?
Wow, well, Jack's gone deep.
Well, I will say, It was not animosity towards each other. It was a little bit of animosity from Jonah to me. There was a story that came out because it was the 15-year anniversary of Superbad last year, which is surreal. Makes me feel old. And we did a Variety article, and we kind of talked about the making of Superbad. And I guess in my audition for it, which is on YouTube, you guys can watch it, I guess I was kind of stepping on his lines. I was kind of ridiculing him back, because Jonah can be, the way he improvises is very strong, very aggressive, and other actors who were going in were kind of cowering on him, you know? And I just went in, and I was like, this isn't how high schoolers act. They went like when friends roast you, you kind of roast them back. So in the audition, I just kind of roasted him back and stuff, and as soon as I left the room, Jonah was like, you cannot fucking cast that kid. Like, as I walked out of the room, I was a 17-year-old string bean. I weighed like 80 pounds. I was like, what a time, that was so fun. Jonah was like, you can't fucking cast this kid. And the whole team was like, that's why we're casting him. So I kind of owe him a little bit for hating me. And then on set, he would, he didn't like me too much. And it's all right, it's okay. He actually apologized to me a few years ago. He like DM'd me and was like, dude, I'm sorry I was a dick, I was going through a lot of shit, you were fucking great. It was like a really nice moment, you know? But yeah, and it added to the movie. His disdain for me, it really kind of made the movie a little better, so.
You could tell it was organic on screen, and that's sometimes a nice thing to have when it's real and behind. But what a great question.
That's a great question, yeah.
Love that, Jack.
Thanks very much.
Jack didn't hold back, he went straight in, give us the dirt. That's what we need. Slay somebody on air, they can watch it on socials.
Yeah.
Love it, can we have a round of applause now? Woo! Woo! Hi, number one.
Hi. Oh my God, there's a little girl in here. Have I sworn? I apologize.
No, I don't think you've sworn yet.
Oh, no.
Not yet, but it will happen.
She lives with me, it's fine. So I'm...
She's the biggest Superbad fan. She's seen it 120 times.
This is Mia.
Hi, Mia.
Neat. Firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you for having a photo with my sister and brother-in-law when you arrived here in Liverpool outside your hotel.
Oh.
I know it meant a lot to them.
Yeah.
Abby and Morgan at the front. And my question is, out of everybody you've ever worked with, who is your most favourite?
Oh, well, recently, I can say the best actor for sure I've worked with is Carey Mulligan. I did a movie called Promising Young Woman that came out a couple years ago, where the director, I don't know if you guys seen it, it's a very heavy movie, but the director wanted to cast a bunch of nice guys to play really crappy, I was gonna say the S word, but we got Mia here, really crappy human beings. So I acted opposite Carey Mulligan, and she was a powerhouse, absolutely amazing. But my favorite actor that I've worked with is my dear friend Nicholas Braun. Does anyone know who that is? He's on Succession, he was in Sky High, very tall man. We did a sitcom together probably 9 years ago, and we fell in love, and we've been best friends since, so those would be the two that I've worked with, yeah.
Brilliant question.
Mia, do you have a question? No.
Mia's just an original.
Do you like have you seen Trolls? The movie Trolls? I play Prince Gristle, and we have a third one coming out in November, so get ready.
Boom.
And now you can leave the panel so I can swear more.
Give it up for Mia! So once again, for those of you that are just coming in, please feel free, grab your questions with Chris, come and jump on to any one of our wonderful microphone stations, and we'll get your question down. We're going to head over to one. Hello, good sir.
Hi, big fan. Just wondering what your funniest moment is over all the films that you've done, including Role Models, and obviously you were young in quite a lot of them, so I was wondering if there was anything...
Funniest moment. Funniest moment. I know one of the kind of funnier and cool moments was on Kick-Ass. I only worked with Nicolas Cage on one day. There's a scene kind of when Red Mist switches where he walks in to meet Big Daddy and Hit Girl, and he shoots Hit Girl in the chest. I don't know if you guys have seen it and know that moment, but that was the only day I worked with him, and we had like an hour of rehearsal for it, and I don't go all in on rehearsal because I don't want to like ruin it or let it get stale, so I kind of overact or make it big. And if you know Nicolas Cage, he's a big fan of the big energy. So I think like when we were rehearsing it, I walked in with the gun and I just went like, ah, or something like that, and shot Hit Girl to rehearse. And Nick Cage was like, that was fucking incredible! You have to do that in the scene! I was like, bro, who would shoot an 11-year-old girl and be like, ah! But he was like so stoked for that energy, you know? I just love that. I love that memory. Yeah.
We love Nicolas Cage. Yes, give him a round of applause. Give him a massive round of applause. And we're going to head over to Sue. Hi.
Hi. Hi Chris, my name's Kelly. Thank you for meeting us yesterday. You were lovely at your table. I just want to know, how did you manage to film actually anything in Superbad, because it's so funny? How did you manage to get anything done?
It was hard, but it's also, they encourage the laughter on set. They love seeing it off screen, off camera. They can edit it out. But really, Superbad was it felt like a playground. Like, I haven't been on a movie set like that since. Maybe Neighbors or Neighbors 2. But, you know, it was just like such a magical experience. That was my first movie professionally, so I didn't really know the reins and how it all went. And it was just improvising, jokes, alts, like they wanted everything to happen. And so it was I haven't had a movie experience like it since. It was very surreal.
Okay, thanks. And also, did you keep your fake ID?
No, I didn't know. I wish I had that. It'd be worth a lot of money, because we made it. I was in high school. We made it, and then I went back to school for 9 months. I didn't like expect anything to happen. I don't think you can expect a movie to connect to the audience. It would. So like, I went back to high school for 9 months, and then it came out, and it blew up. I was like, I should have had the fucking ID. Sorry, Mia.
We all apologize. Sorry, Mia.
Where is the original ID? It's floating out there somewhere. Worth some money.
Someone will know where it is and would literally be selling it on eBay for millions. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
Love it. Have you ever had a fake ID?
No, never. No.
Yeah,
but people
good
use the
point.
McLovin one all over.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, in bars, they use it, they tell me, and the security guards and everyone, they love it. They let them
Who's going to accept that?
they get a kick out of it.
Do you reckon they get a beer out of it just
Probably.
to pop the bartender?
Yeah, probably.
I'd do that. Number one, hi.
Hi Chris, me and my husband have got an autograph booked with you later.
Oh, nice.
We were going to ask you to write down your favourite McLovin quote, so I'd love to know what your favourite McLovin quote was. And also, would you be up to film Superbad too, so we could all see what happened to McLovin, obviously, when he got a bit older?
Could do a little spin-off, a little McLovin spin-off. Would people want to see a Superbad too? Or...
Yeah!
But isn't it better when like a movie like that, when they don't make a sequel, because there's like an off chance it could taint the first one in a way? Is there? All right, well, we'll work on it. My favorite quote, I really liked, there was an improv I did where I wear the vest. You know, I come out feeling all groovy, wearing the vest, and Jonah and Michael are like, you look like Aladdin, you look like an idiot, take it off. So I take it off, and then the next scene, I think I'm like getting hyped up to go into the liquor store, and I say I should have worn the vest. Like, for some reason, that gives him the confidence he needs, this dumb vest. I just like that little line that I thought of right then. Yeah. So I'll sign that on your page when you come later. Yeah.
Awesome job.
Thank
Give her a
you.
round of applause. And a whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I love it. I particularly like chicken, yeah.
People love that one.
It was always the one that when we were growing up, everyone had just been rocking up in a club going, chicken, yeah.
Such a weird sound.
Weird,
Such
isn't
a
it?
weird thing. Yeah.
Well, that's spread across the world, bro. Is it not so surreal that literally every country has been affected in a positive way from the movies that you've been in?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool coming out here and being like, Liverpool, are people going to give a fuck, you know? And the movie came out 16 years ago. Sorry, Mia. I knew it was coming sooner or later. I'm getting too comfortable up here now. But, you know, I've met, like, signing autographs, I've met 13-year-olds. We were talking backstage, I met an 11-year-old who was -4 years old when the movie came out. And they're watching it, and they're liking it, and they're wanting me to sign the ID and stuff. It's cool that, that it's lasted that long in the comedy kind of echelon. It's very cool.
Awesome. I love that. We're going to shoot on over to two. Hi.
Hi.
What?
I don't know if you remember
What did I do? Uh-oh.
when you worked with Ubisoft.
What's that?
When you worked with Ubisoft on an advert
Oh, yeah,
for,
the Far Cry experience.
working with Michael Mando.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what that shoot was like for you, because it seemed particularly difficult, like being buried up to your neck in sand and that type of thing.
Yeah, well, so we went, he's talking about this Far Cry experience short film I made in Thailand for the Far Cry video game. it was for YouTube. He made 8 episodes, and Michael Mando was the villain, which at the time he was not on Better Call Saul. I don't know if people know that show, but he had a really prominent role in the show, so it was really cool for me to see him in that. I learned from him to like take the craft more seriously, because I went out there, I was like 22, and I was like, I'm going to Thailand with my friend, I'm going to rage. I was like, come Michael, come hang with me. And he's like, I got to learn my lines, I got to stay home. And I was like, that's the way to do it. But there was an intense moment where I stupidly drank some water out there and got very, very sick. Montezuma's revenge, maybe a little too much information, I'm sorry. But I had to get an IV, and then I had to go shoot my last scene, which was 8 hours of Michael Mando torturing me, where I was like buried in sand from the head down, and they would just dump cold water, put spiders on me, and I was like deathly sick. So it was very intense, but I made it through.
I don't know if you've seen in the game, there's an Easter egg pertaining to that advert where you just find your skull.
Little skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good memory, man.
Love that.
Has anyone else seen the Far Cry experience in here? Woo!
Check it out on YouTube, guys. But give a massive round of applause.
Thank you, man.
That is a deep dive question.
That
They're the
is.
ones that
We
we
love
like.
that.
They're the ones that we like. We love it. It's a little bit different than the norm. And we've just heard exactly what actors go through. Even on the basis of a worst day, you've got to put your body through
That's
the
right.
strength.
Yeah.
More power to you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We're going to head over to number 1.
Hello again. Maybe a bit of a tough question, but back in the day, Jim Carrey said that he regretted doing Kick-Ass 2 because of all the violence, and I was wondering what your standpoint is on all that.
Didn't he know there was violence by watching the first one?
It's a superhero movie, Jim.
And all the violence he did in the movie when he was beating people up. But listen man, we love Jim, he's a legend. It was one of my childhood heroes, so working with him was incredible. It was, at the time it was kind of good press for him to be like, oh, this movie's too violent, I can't promote it. I feel like people would hear that and be like, well, I gotta go see this movie. It's like super violent. So, it didn't bother me. People got their reasons, and he's fucking great. He was great to work with. Yeah.
Legend. We love Jim Carrey, don't we?
Woo!
Burn! We love that question. Give him a round of
Jim Carrey
applause.
got more moves than I did walking out here. Not even here.
Well, as
Thank
if by
you.
magic, ladies and gentlemen. No, it was nice. He's not here.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was genuinely the funniest person that you've shared a screen with? The one that you saw on the script and you were like, oh shit, this is gonna be funny.
I mean, definitely Seth Rogen is next level. Jonah is incredible. He finds, when he looks at people, he kind of finds what he's gonna do to them. He pre-examines his improvisation, which was tough for me. He really annihilated me on set. But he was incredible, and Paul Rudd is one of the most naturally funny people I've ever seen. Yeah.
How does he look so young? He's like 50.
Still.
And he looks about 12.
It's insane. I look like shit, and I'm 20 years younger than him. Sorry, Mia.
No. He doesn't look like shit, does he? No.
Oh, thank you. Wait till I take the glasses off. It's bags for days.
We're going to slide over to 2. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Catherine. You've been quite a few animated movies, which
Yes.
we've enjoyed as a family. If they made them into a live action film, which one would you really like to be in and why?
Bang your question.
Well, aren't they? I think they are making Dragons into a live action film. I think they announced that. If they didn't, then I just really fucked myself by saying that. I think they are. I mean, Dragon series makes the most sense, and maybe, has anyone seen Paranorman? It's a good, wow, I'm really hurting my own ego out here. We got one man! Yeah, it's a great kind of claymation movie, stop motion movie, which is kind of around Halloween, which I think could be really great.
You must have liked that film.
Yeah, we love it. We love a bit of Paranorman. Excellent. Our family was part of the process of making the puppets, actually, which is cool. Yeah, awesome. Round of applause for our wonderful question and our
Thank you. Woo her.
Woo! Shooting over to 1. Hi.
How you doing? My name's Morgan.
What's your question?
My favourite film has been Superbad since I first watched it, maybe 12 years ago.
Whoa. Well, you're 14 years old. What do you mean 12 years ago?
Yeah, I'm 11.
Yeah.
I'm joking, I'm 23. I want to know how much of the script was actually followed whilst filming the film.
It's completely different. It is, you kind of have the bones of the script, and then they improvise so much. I remember Sony wanted to release the script to sell, and they wanted to put all the dick drawings in there with it. And Seth and Evan, the writers of Superbad, they wanted to put the actual script from the movie and not the one they wrote because of how drastically different it was. But I think Sony put out the original. But there's so many jokes and alts that were not in the original script that were in the final product.
Thank you.
And that's what makes it so incredibly amazing that it's, as we say, it's grown organically. Can we have a round of applause for our wonderful question? It's been an amazing job. Shooter 2, hi.
Hi Chris, David, I met you yesterday as well, great meeting you.
Yeah, nice to see you.
I wanted to ask about Bad Neighbours that you were in.
Yeah.
If in real life a house like that moved in next door to where you live, what would your reaction be?
It's funny because I was that neighbor when I first moved into my house when I was 22, and I lived next to like two 80-year-old people, and I would just party every night with my friends, and they would come over. She came over at 1 a.m. in her nightgown one morning, banging on my door to shut up. So I was those people. What would I do now? I'll burn the place down, baby. Burn the place down. Yeah. Maybe I'd go party with them. Maybe that's the nice thing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about the shots. It's all about the shots. Give him a round of applause. Well done, David. Looking absolutely epic.
Great pants.
Sir.
Great outfit.
I take it we're a massive Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
Give us your name and question.
John, did you know that it's renamed it Bad Neighbours in the UK because of the TV show?
No, I didn't. There was a TV show called Bad Neighbours out here.
There's a TV show called Neighbours.
So we had to rebrand it to Bad Neighbours.
No, I had no idea.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, and
trivia.
And for Kick-Ass Freak at the end of 2, you're going to go for robot legs or a wheelchair?
I know. I don't know if anyone's seen Kick-Ass 2, but I get eaten by a shark at the end and I lose my legs. I thought there would be a really cool, like, villain Professor X vibe going if there was a third. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah, with a head of hair. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, man.
And a nice bit of trivia knowledge there as well. Like it. Round of applause, please.
Hello. We got another young lad. Very young.
This is Jacob.
Hey, you haven't seen Superbad, have you? Good.
Good lad, well done.
Good.
I'm Shannon. I'd like to write this down on my phone in case I forget. Would you relate your younger self to McLovin or maybe Augie from Role Models?
Or what was the last part?
Augie from Role Models.
Probably more Augie. I was not nearly as confident as Fogel McLovin seemed to be in that movie. I don't even know if I kissed a girl up until before Superbad, but then after Superbad I kissed a girl. My fiance's here, somewhere in the crowd. Sorry, babe. Where is she? She's over there.
There we go. Give it up for Brit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Blake.
Right.
We just got engaged a few months ago.
Just got engaged.
Yeah.
Give a round of applause.
Thank you. So probably Augie, you know, there's a middle ground between the two because I didn't LARP or anything or dress up or anything like that. So there's a little bit in the middle there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Give it up for them. Beautiful. This smattering applause is getting quieter, guys. Go nuts. Go nuts at that question. Go!
We have a Santa Claus in the fourth row.
I knew you'd get picked out. I knew.
Look. Are you just dressed as Santa? Is there like a Santa like autograph signing here, or what is the reason?
What else has Santa got to do for the rest of the year?
Brilliant. Why not? Why not? Why not? Love it. How are you, man?
I'm good, yeah. My name's George, and obviously Superbad and Kick-Ass are dead funny. And you do like comedies and superheroes, but I was just wondering what other genres you'd like to explore in the future.
Nice question.
That is a good question. You know, I think obviously drama would be fun, but I have this self-conscious issue that people wouldn't take me seriously. I have an issue where people would see me in a drama and be like, oh, it's McLovin, we can't take him seriously, we can't cry over this. So it's kind of something I need to get through and get past. I told you this was a therapy session. Comedy, I feel very comfortable, very organic on set. But you know, Promising Young Woman was kind of a middle ground of comedy and drama, which was very hard and very fun to play, so that would be cool to do. And I've done Fright Night, which is a horror movie, which I'd love to get back into as well.
Yeah.
Good question.
Well, good, great question, man. Give it up for him. I think we've got a question from Wednesday.
Hi.
Hi.
How hard was it to remember your lines?
How hard is it to remember your lines?
Great question.
Are you a budding actress? Would you?
It's like, don't know, shut up. Don't answer my question. You look amazing. I hope you haven't seen Superbad. I've had, you know, there was a time where it was kind of easy because I did a sitcom with my buddy Nicholas Braun, like I said, and you have to learn 50 pages of dialogue in like 5 days, and they're always rewriting jokes, so I got very good at memorizing lines around that period because you just have to drill them into your head, and then you do the live taping on Wednesday night, and then you have to just get rid of those 50 pages in your brain, and you get a whole new script the next day, and you gotta learn the next 50 pages. So there was a period where I was quite good at it, but there have been times on set where I've had brain farts while the camera was rolling, which was very embarrassing. But we've all had good days and bad days on our job, so part of the game.
It's all part of this beautiful thing we call life. Give it up, please, for Wednesday on
Question.
Great question. So once again, as some more of our wonderful guests are joining us, please feel free if we've got a question.
Yeah,
for Chris.
please.
Come and rock on up with us on 1 and 2, and we'll see exactly what you guys are saying.
We got 19 minutes to kill, guys.
Oh, not at all. We're all good. We're all they're literally hanging on every word that you've got. I love it. Well, trailing it back to Superbad, I mean, the raunchy comedy sort of came really into fruition in the 70s with things like Porky's. Seen Porky's?
I have not seen Porky's.
Oh god, you get out of your way to check out Porky's.
Okay, yeah.
Anybody seen Porky's? Oh yeah, legendary. And it's slid all the way through sort of like the mid to late noughties with things like Superbad.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of it nowadays. What do you think is the reason why we don't have a raunchy teen comedy as much now?
Man, it's a hard question because I believe it can still be made.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe people are a little nervous of the times.
Is it like a cancel culture thing, and that people are too sort of ingrained in the fact that they don't want to offend anybody? But
yeah,
raunchy comedies are all about offending people, and it's offending.
You have to be
everybody.
smart. You have to be smart, and you have to be funny. Most importantly, you know what I mean? Like you can watch South Park, and they're offensive every week. They create a new episode every week, but it is so smart. And it is so funny. So I think, you know, you watch Ricky Gervais or the Chris Rock special or like Dave Chappelle, and it's like there's offensive stuff in there, but it's very, very, very sharp, and they're very great at their craft. So, you know, maybe people are a little nervous to make really raunchy comedy movies right now. I'm not too sure, but I believe that it can be done.
I think it'll flash back. I think we'll come to it. We want to see some more raunchy comedies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. It's a brand and a particular genre that I love. I mean, there's loads of different genres, and we're going to touch base on. What about the superhero genre? Would you, and playing Red Mist, what is the most ideal superhero for you?
That was the perfect one because he did not know how to fight. Really at all. It was brilliant. I remember shooting the movie, and it was in the first one where Mark Strong is fighting Chloe, Hit Girl's fighting my dad, and they're fighting Kung Fu, and it's incredible. And Matthew Vaughn would run to Aaron and I and just be like, "You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing." And so we would just be beating each other like little bitch slaps, and then they would be doing all the badass fighting. So that was very cool. What I want to do superhero. There's so many superhero movies. There's so many now, which it wasn't 12 years ago when we were making it. I don't know. Is there a good superhero you guys think that I could play?
So we've got such a spectrum from the MCU and the DCU.
Yeah.
So you've got everything from Superman, clean-cut good guy, to Batman, the very dark, brooding hero.
Yeah. I don't have the body for either of those.
I think you're wrong
at all.
Who is your favourite Batman? That's
But the Christian Bale movies are the best Batman movies.
Agree?
Hands down. Right? Yeah.